Hey guys, it's me back again with this shitty ass camera quality because it's so dark in here. Girl got a degree now. That's kind of crazy. And girl got dead. So you know what that means. But as you can tell by the title of the video, we are redoing this room again. Since now I'm established, as I was in school, I was like, I have a lot of yarn. And now I'm seeing Passion and Kelsey getting a house and just dumping everything and finally sorting things. I'm like, I need to do that. And I just really try to use up my stash to the best of its ability. Here's a little drawing of what I'm trying to accomplish. And you can tell this is going away. Something that like really I didn't like when I was in my studio space is that I felt like my old bedroom. And I think that just made me feel really unmotivated. And I need a new setup. So I really want this space to feel like not a bedroom space. And then my closet space is going to be the yarn storage area. But yeah, that's basically what's going on, and I'm really excited to show y'all the journey and really just get finally into YouTube and like my social media presence and doing fashion content related videos and things like that. I think this whole channel is gonna be like a mix of lifestyle, fashion, and like my business and stuff like that, which I think is just perfect for me. I don't have to feel like I'm restricting myself. So yeah. So without further ado, we're gonna clean up this bitch and then we're gonna start packing. Or I might just start like moving things around. So without further ado, we're gonna get started. Okay, so I just emptied out all my drawers and I forgot to record it. Right now we are in yarn land. But now I'm gonna color coordinate everything and really look through everything to see, you know, type of yarn and things like that, because I need to organize through that. Okay, it is 6 p.m. and I just got back doing my room. So yesterday I put a lot of this stuff in here and also in this dresser. Perfect. Ton of scrap and some extras are in here, and some whips that are from my mom from a while ago, and then I have some other yarns in there which I'm trying to figure out where to put. So I'm just gonna like kind of like clean up a little bit, trying to get this situated, and then I'm gonna go through my luggages because I do have other yarns. I know I have a couple rolls of Kobu that I want to put in the cabinet. They're small anyways because they're cotton. So I want to do that, and then I have some commission stuff. I also do have some like sewing machine containers that I have, like to store your sewing machines. We'll see if I end up using that for yarn instead or actual sewing machines. My mom did give me her sewing machines because she's like, I'm not gonna sew anymore, you can have them. And I'm like, oh thanks, even though I don't need like 4 sewing machines, but 2 of them I can use for parts for my brother. But I'm getting this mine. So perfect. I was actually thinking about upgrading anyways, but also really do love my brothers, so I probably will have both in the meantime. And then I have 2 other brothers that I can use for like replacement parts if need be or something like that, if that happens. I don't know how dinged up they are. They haven't been on for a while, so I don't know how bad they got ruined. I don't know. We'll see when that time comes, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I do want to go through these yarns again and see if I can cake any up in the meantime. So it's probably gonna be a lot of multitasking today. Okay, so I was winding some yarn, that's scrap, and I sorted it a bit more out because it was just overflowing. I'm like, some of these probably aren't scrap. I kind of consider these smaller ones scrap. I mean, they're not really scrappy, but they kind of just fit perfectly in here, and they're usually used for littler projects, but now this is more contained, and I try to wind as much as possible, but some of these were so tangled and it was pissing me off, and I couldn't even get much done in here. So once I winded like my third fucking ball, I was like, I'm just gonna unpack all my luggage, and now it looks like this. So now I'm just gonna end up sorting my shit. I have a bag that I'm gonna put probably all my whips in, so it's not in this plastic container, and I swore I had another one, don't know. And then I'm just gonna start sorting with like, what's my sewing stuff, what's my crochet stuff, and then like other art supplies, and then also like things I'm bringing into my bedroom, because well, I don't need them in here now. This thing flew at me, so that happened. And yeah, so I'll see y'all in a minute. I'm just gonna really get a lot done. But yeah. Y'all, so I went to, you know, that bin that I had all the yarn in? This bitch broke and would not fit in there. So now we're doing that, which honestly, kind of fuck with it. And now since I'm already working on the closet, I'm just emptying it out. And this is the state of the room. This is so much worse than like the last time I did this room. This is crazy. But good news is I found the wallpaper I used for the back. I knew I had a ton left over. Look how much I have in there. Like, it's crazy. And we're gonna put, and it fits perfectly on the table. And then, yeah, I'm like putting a lot of things away in storage. That's what's going on. As you can see, there's a ton of like fiber, like polyfill and stuff like that. I need to get through, and I found a ton of art supplies, which I'm going to keep a lot of them. I think I did get rid of a lot of pens and pencils, but I'm not sure. But we will see, because I need to do this deep clean anyways, and I'm gonna hate myself if I don't do it. Sorry, I'm like not sounding enthusiastic. I am exhausted. I'm gonna go for as long as I can. And then I found some blankets from, and I might like just cover the chair with it, so there's like some matchiness happening. Like, I think that'd be really nice. I might check in again today. If not, you will definitely see me tomorrow. But yeah, I am getting tired, so we'll see how much longer I can do this for. Okay, so I just got into this room. It's like 9 p.m. I had a busy day today, but I did make some progress, so this ended up fitting perfectly, you guys. So I have full access to the yarn in here, so I don't even think I'm gonna do the original setup. And then it also basically gave me a shelf, in a sense, which I might like just stack even more yarn. It'd be nice if I... What was that? Anyways, it's also like sticky. I don't know. I think there was plants in here and maybe that happened. It's okay, I'll mop the floor. But I think it'd be nice if there was like a wood piece that goes across, but I don't know. That was just an idea that I had. But that way I have like a way, like 2 shelves in a way. I'm loving this already. I mean, hey, I'm trying to use what I have, so this is perfect. And I'll put like my like scrap yarns probably on top for now. I could probably put it off to the side. It won't really like do anything, so there's that. I'm extremely happy how this is turning out. And I think now, since I got this organized, like I can finally like really get everything else situated. I also thought about like maybe putting my fabric on top of here, aka just now, because it just popped in my head. Wait, what am I doing? But yeah, promise I am wearing the same clothes every day. Who said that? But girl, I'm literally like working in this shit, so. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I want to get a good chunk done at least for today and see what I can get completed. put that little luggage downstairs. There's a ton of things that have to go in my closet, so, because, again, was my bedroom. Don't know how many times I said that. I don't know why I'm over-explaining myself. Girl, anyways. And then I'm putting some things that are, like, still sentimental to me, but I want to put in storage, which I'll just leave in my room, I guess, or figure out what I'm going to use it for. So there is that. And there's a ton of art supplies in here. I would love to like just get like a little box for everything in there and just really sort through what I need and don't need, because I do want to keep some of them, but I have so much that I'm like, I don't really feel like I'm gonna do this much anymore. So I really want to just sort out what I would probably reach out for if I wanted to and what I don't, and then utilize this probably as like some sort of like, I don't fucking know, like a Notions little box, like all my sewing shit and like other things like that if need be. Maybe I can even keep some like art supplies in there too. But I'm loving this. I'm really glad I just took the chance and just like cleaned it out. So my mom didn't think it was gonna fit in here, but proved her wrong. And then there's even space like on the sides. I'm putting like extra cutting boards for now and things like that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. If I find anything that I still want to keep around, like art pads and stuff. So yeah, and I'll check in with y'all before I go to bed. How's that? This is a different shirt before anyone asks, okay? But I didn't film anything today, but I did do a lot of progress. Because I'm like, I just really need to hone in on this, and I did get a lot done. So I will show you guys the progress so far. So like, right now it doesn't look like I did much, but I am moving around cabinets and stuff. But you can tell it's a lot more like kind of tidied up, you know, things are going places. A lot of the yarn is in there. I just have this random strand out, which I can just stuff in there somehow. I got a fucking splinter that fucking hurt like a bitch when I was putting in the fucking scrap yarn. See, this is why I also want to take it out, because it's like literally unsticking from the wall. And I'm so glad when I repainted this room, I did this gray. So it's gonna be crazy seeing it gray. I was like, since it's already like this, and I feel like I'm in a good spot, yeah, put a lot of my bags up there. I'm gonna start taking this off, at least as much as I can. That way, then I can like, you know, just dump everything, sort everything, and like, you know, not make more mess and then clean up, make more mess, clean up. I feel like I should just make all the mess now, and then we're fine. So that's the plan. I think I'm gonna keep that there. It's kind of cute. It's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so that's what's up, and I wanted to bring y'all with me tearing these. This has been here with me since senior year of high school, and then I went to college, so it was well loved. Me and my twin installed it, but it's time for it to go, because I don't know, it's just not me anymore. And it would definitely brighten up the whole space, so everything's gonna be like this gray wall. You guys are propped up on some yarn, because I don't know what else to prop y'all on, and I don't feel like grabbing my tripod. But like, let's see how this is going to feel. I bought this shit on Amazon. They said this shit doesn't like, it's easily to remove, so. You can't even see. Okay, it is the next day. Finally doing this earlier, a bit earlier. It's like 3 p.m. Because I keep sleeping in late. But listen, girl, I drained my ass for 4 years. I deserve to sleep. But last night I actually started putting the contact paper and I really do like it. I was like iffy at first, but I think I just had to let it sit. And it doesn't, it unfortunately doesn't like cover the whole thing, so I'll have to use a little strip to like do the rest. But going in here now, like with the blank wall, it feels so nice. Just like walking in and just like having a breather room or something. Could be a chance that I might not even do a gallery wall and maybe just keep it on this and just change out the posters or whatever. Though I might keep that one still. I still really like that one. And like, I think I might just change this one, to be honest. Sorry, Azalea. That was like one of my first graphic design posters and it's not the best. But like, yeah, I don't know, like, I really do enjoy this wall and like the space that it's given and stuff. See that. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this up and then we're gonna start moving things and organizing. I'm really excited now since like now seeing how this room is looking, like it's crazy. And I'm also thinking I was gonna move that, but it's so stuck on that I'm like, it's gonna rip the paint off and I don't wanna repaint the walls. I don't remember what color this was. I mean, I have a little sample, but like, I don't really feel like buying paint. Again, this is like, I'm trying to not spend so much money on this because a bitch is broke right now. But I do kind of want to go into Dollar Tree and get more pegboards and DIY a little thread stand to put over here. I'm gonna take measurements, but I'm pretty sure I don't really need to take measurements. Probably just measure. I might do like a little wall of just thread. I think that'd be nice. And it'd be nice if I had like a little bookshelf up here for some of my sewing books that I have in crochet books, which I've been trying to collect because I really want to like do that more. And I've been cleared out some of my like painting stuff because I don't really paint that much anymore. I kept one canvas, which is this like oval canvas that I don't know, I just want to do something with, but I don't know what. But I mostly kept like a lot of like drawing, like Bristol board and stuff, because if I do end up going back to drawing, which I probably will, I do want to get into it maybe later on in the year and try to get back into drawing a lot as I used to. I usually just do colored pencil, so I do more dry media. Anyways, just colored pencil will always have my heart. I was one of those Prismacolor girl baddies, yes. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get this done off camera because this needs a lot of concentration. And we're using my student ID as a squeegee. That's really funny. I just figured out why my Google storage is getting filled up so quickly, and turns out this shit was literally backing up everything on my phone and I never realized it till now. The furniture around. So now it's basically not really trash. It's just a lot of like, now putting things back. So this is exciting. I put one new thing as like an art thing I wanted in high school because I was like, well, there's a screw there. Don't know what I want to put there yet, so I'll just put that there for now. And I love how my fucking desk turned out. This looks so cute. And yeah, so that's what's tea right now. That's what's tea. Yeah. Are you bitches ready for the fucking grand reveal? Oh my god, I actually love it so much. There is some boxes that I'm gonna leave for now and then move when I do. And the desk is just having a shipment prepared right now for an exhibition I'm doing. So that's why the big desk has shit on it. But are you guys excited nonetheless? I'm so happy how this turned out. Like, it does not feel like my old bedroom anymore, and I'm so glad I did this. I'm so glad and so proud of myself that I like really deep cleaned and like really like got rid of shit that I've just been hoarding, because I'm a hoarder low-key and I'm trying not to be like that. But yeah, all right, let's go, girl. Okay, you guys ready? Ta-da! I did this all last night and I'm surprised they're actually straight. I couldn't tell. That one's falling a little bit. But yeah, I ended up putting a poster here that fit perfectly. That's for my professor. And then, yeah, that's my senior project. Someone came into my studio. They could literally do the AR experience within this. And there's still space for like more stuff if I want to put little parts and stuff too. I ended up finding the other posters that this was in afterwards, and I was like, oh. But I didn't even think they were gonna fit anyways to fit all this, so it's okay. I might put one in there then. But yeah, I love it. So a little tour. So this is the desk. So I have my yarn winder if I like permanently in a space. My upgraded machine that my mom gave me because she doesn't really want to. She doesn't sew anymore because of like arthritis and stuff. And then next to my serger. So yeah, you already know. Sewing journey. Finna eat this year. And then I have my iPad just charging there. That's not like a permanent space. I just put it there because it needs to fucking charge. And then this is the stuff I have to fix. I have a to-do list. The chain snapped off during commencement, but I just have to re-loop them. Yeah. And then in here, I really organized it. So in here, I have all of my like darning needles and like a little bit of safety pins. Sometimes I like to use safety pins and like when I have to use stitch markers, or like, and then these little stitch markers that I don't fucking like at all because they fall off. In here I have this like chalk thing that I don't really use, but like sometimes it's really useful for like darker fabric. I have more darning needles in here. I think I just put these in here. Oops. I mean, yeah, there we go. There's some more. Yeah. But yeah, and then this is just like new seam rippers and stuff that I have nearby. I have bigger ones as well in the car. Actually, I might move this only because it's kind of big and annoying. And then in here, I have nothing. Oh, well, I have a couple like bobbins because they actually go somewhere else, but I have some, I guess, for easy access or whatever. Jar of scissors, I actually had to throw away a ton of them because I mean, I had so many, and half of them were like dull as shit. And I was like, there's no saving these. Like, I'm not dealing with these. And then in here, this is where my crochet hooks are going to be. Finally, they have a permanent spot. My clovers. I put all my other ones in a bag into storage in case I ever need them. But I just don't want to throw them away because they're like crochet hooks and they're expensive. But I don't really use those anymore. I used to use the boy ones, and I don't know, they just not that great. I don't know, and the sizing is really weird on them. And then I have like a pen and pencil just for like keeping, so I don't have to go back and forth. In here, this is like a little shell that I found. I think my mom gave it to me. I don't know where she got it. And I just have this in here for now, but like usually if I have jewelry that I don't want to like ruin or something, I could just put it in there. And then I have like sticky notes for notes, and this is just a plant thing that I need to like finish. And I don't know why an MCAT receipt got in here. Girl, this school stay haunting me. And I have paper towels I just leave there. I mean, look, that thing was full. So I was cleaning. This little area, I know it looks a little messy. It's just more storage. So it's just like my old sewing machine, another case, and then just some miscellaneous stuff like old pencil cases, and then like extra crochet hooks, and I have some yarn in the corner here. And then in here I just have like the posters I found late, like last minute. Here's my cart. It looks like a jumbled mess, but it's just because everything is just kind of like this is in a cup. Like, see, I have my fabric shaver, I have my measuring tapes. This is what I use now instead of chalk. It's these like heat, like they're pens that they get moved from like heat, and I really love them. I have like elastic and Velcro in here, and grommets, and then I just have my fake nails in here because I'm like, why not? Yeah, zippers, more scissors. I probably half of them are dull, but I also have my rotary cutter, but I also have my fabric shears and stuff, so I have those right there for easy access. I have some things on hooks, so I have my keys. Right now they're just like school keys, but I'm getting a car soon, so they're gonna be my car keys and stuff. And then also keys for this cabinet. That took me a while. This over here is just my fashion like rulers, so like, you know, like curve rulers and stuff for like pant curves and things like that. So I have them hung up on this little magnet here that I kind of took from the fridge. Oops. And then in here I have all my big cones of thread. And in this little pouch I just have the little ones. I do have more thread. My mom was probably gonna give me more and more yarn, but now I have like a place to put them in. And down here there's a ton of miscellaneous. So I have like, you know, like some extra like charging blocks and stuff like that. And then I have a freight check, which I actually probably can put up here because I do need that a lot. I also have like a fabric glue in here, which I usually use more for crochet because I like the stability of it. And then I also have my notions case right on top. I found this during like cleaning this out, and I was like, wait, this is perfect. So I have like, you know, that's where my bobbins would go. Some like clips. Then I have like my brother feet and then my singer feet. I actually was surprised that this had everything because I feel like, no shade of my mom, I feel like it always goes missing. but I ended up finding all the pieces. I thought there was gonna be a missing like the foot to like actually sew in buttons, but no, that wasn't the case. I actually found another compartment when I was cleaning, so yay me. And then I have everything else in here. I also found extra brother feet, I think, because I had the 2 more sewing machines downstairs that I actually need to bring up because my mom asked me to. I have like 4 sewing machines now. I don't need 4 sewing machines, but the other 2 are brothers, so if I ever use my brother and need parts, I guess I'll just use that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I have extra spool pins. These are just spool holders. These are also compatible with the Singer, so that's great. Some handheld needles. I also have some in here. A little patch that says cut because I'm cut. Have some more like, these are buttonhole making feet because they just obviously won't fit in these. Extra needles, screwdrivers for my sewing machine. And yeah, this is just little like jump rings and like D-rings and things like that, and like jean pants, and also belt buckles, thimbles, you know, things you need. I also have the X-Acto blades in here because I don't know where else to put them. But yeah, and then there's just like tape and stuff for like packing and things like that. And then in here is now our more organized yarn. I like how the yarn is literally hanging off. That's funny. It did go uneven a couple of times, so that's why this is like this. I don't really like this cabinet, but it's okay. I mean, once it's stable, it's cute, but once you move it around, it's a bitch. Then I have just some Kobo yarn out here because I just found it. Well, I didn't just find it, but like I didn't know where else to put it because I didn't think it was gonna fit in here. But now looking at it, probably could fit in here. But I also want to do a project with this for myself, so might as well leave it out here to get me motivated. And then I actually kept some of my stuffed animals, but these are more like the special ones to me, you know, like Pom Pom Puddin, like Sanrio. I have like Tuxedo Sam. This one I got from Texas. I forgot where that one came from, but I thought it was cute, the little dino. It's so derpy, and then I just love him. And this one's actually a childhood teddy bear from 2010. I don't know if they still make these anymore with the year on the foot, but like, you know, I've had this for so long. You can tell she went through it. Like, look at the fucking nose. Yeah, anyways, and then I have like a Five Below one back here, but It's kind of getting covered, but he a cutie too. And then this one is actually from an old high school friend that I still kept to this day because it's so adorable. We don't really talk much, but that's not because of anything bad. We just, girl, I went to college. They doing their own thing. Oh well. And then these are new additions. These are Emma's, and they, my friend introduced me to them, and they are little blind bag vinyl figures that are based on different historical periods, and they're really cool. I got the wedding set, and I forgot what this one was, but there was a different one that I wanted, and I got the fucking jester, which I'm like, I'm not a fan of clowns, but it's cute, I guess. But I got this one, which I wanted the bride so bad because it was so cute. Also, this is the gallery wall. So, like, you know, again, this is for my professor, labor camp. Again, my senior projects up here. And I have my magazines down there because I don't know where else to put them. One of my magazines are actually over here because I have to ship it out for Baltimore. Here, you know, the QR code for the AR, that was actually my didactics in my install. And then here is just like a ton of like my friends' work or like friends' exhibitions. So my friend Reagan and Caleb had a duo show. Cassie's prints, that's from her senior project as well, which was really cool. I actually really love this one. This one I think I just found or bought some from some weird ass antique stores, and I love odd things, so kind of fitting. That's someone from my school that was selling during our artist alley, and I also have their notepad, and I kind of hope they make an Etsy store because I want to buy another one because I love like origami cranes. They like resonate so much with me. I should probably get one tattooed because I love making those. Like, they're a childhood favorite. Very much brings nostalgia. My friend Randy did this, and then Reagan from freshman year. I think this one's sophomore, but she gave it to me because she was like, I want to get rid of stuff, but I was wondering if y'all wanted some anything. And I was like, I'll take this because it's cute. It's a lithograph. Like, that's insane. She's fucking crazy. Y'all should like follow her. This is from another classmate, Hayden. I think this one's Hayden. Yeah, photo major. Love this. I don't know. Made me think of my mom. Made me think of my mom. That, I don't know, that sounded like gibberish the first time I said it. These are also from Randy. I actually had all the rainbow colors, but then when I was cleaning out my studio, some of them ripped in half. And I just didn't want all of them, so I just kind of picked like the ones that I liked the most. So, and obviously black, and then pink, and then bochet, and then the yellow, because I don't know, yellow is such a happy color. And then of course red. I never can get out of my love for red. Like, I love red too much. This is a screen print I did about exposing the fucking gay community, and I've done a lot of work about that, and y'all trifling. Anyways, this is from Savannah from fucking high school, and I always kept this. It's the racial thing. It's really funny. And then my twin actually gave me these for Christmas, along with some stickers that are on my computer. This one says that's, and then this one says that. But yeah, this is from my roommate. It was like, I think a misprint. It's a CMYK print. Some more classmate work. That's Daniel's Apple series. And then I have Tegan's work. That's, I think, also was going to be in her senior project as well. It was really cool. That person, that's their literal business cards for their, what do you call it? Like the one that did the crane stuff. Like, that's their little business cards. They screen printed them. Like, that's crazy. I fucking love it. And then this is from Bryn, also another photo major. Bella, another photo major. My bestie, Miles. I have their little print in here. And this is from like a demo. I used to work as a tour guide when I was at MCAD, and I was friends with the person because they used to work in admissions, and I was like, I want to print for the clouds. I love that shit. And then I finally hung this up. I always loved it. It got definitely dinged up in storage, which is like unfortunate, but it's okay. But it's when I went to Canada. I think this is just so cute. I saw Niagara Falls, like a fucking tourist ass bitch I am. And then as you go onto this side, this is my office space. So I actually brought in another chair because I just like, you know what? I really like this chair here, and I don't really need much space. So, I don't know. Leave this one here, my more comfier chair, and this one's more office space. So, I have my printer, which I gotta refill the ink because I refuse to buy ink, but I gotta figure out how to do it so it like doesn't just dry up on me. Sometimes it just doesn't want to work. And then my computer is on a little stand now, which is nice. And then my mouse, and then that's all of my like electric like tech things, so like my hard drive and stuff. That the reason one big thing I needed to get this done is because I needed to just get my website done, and I just can't be doing it on my bed because this sounds stupid, but I don't know, these MacBooks are so trash. Or it could be just like my it's 4 USB ports, so I have to use an adapter, and I think my adapter is kind of fucked, and it will disconnect when it's still plugged in. So I'm like, I have to use it on a stable like table or something, and that's why I didn't want to like finish it during my like when I'm in like bed and stuff, you know what I mean? Because it's just gonna move around and it's just a fucking mess, and I don't want to deal with that, and I don't want to corrupt my thing because it has all my schoolwork on there. In here, this is little like notebooks and stuff. It's funny because I started like getting like recommendations on my YouTube channel about like people like using notebooks to like remember things and learn things, and I'm like, no wonder why I prefer it more. I don't know, even though like I'm more of a like I went to school for like more like art and tech and stuff like that, I always prefer handwriting my stuff and handwriting notes, handwriting budgets, because it feels like I'm learning more, which is apparently statistically factual, and also just like I don't know, I'm just more on top of things when things are written down. I probably got it from my mom because she's definitely like that. I don't know. And then over here I have like, you know, business stuff, and then here I have just some like decorative tape, which I was like, oh, I could probably use that for my notebook if I need to sort things. Sticky notes and just miscellaneous paper. I have a little candle on my little chair, and this is again another shell that I just put rings and stuff if I get bothered. Right now I have this flash drive that's for the setup for my thermal printer for my labels. I have to redo it because I already got this wiped out. And then down there is just a ton of books and again my magazines and things like that there too. I kept this pretty much the same. I didn't really change it, except I changed this up. I added this piece in here and put some of my little figures up here, and then put some like scissors that I probably will reach towards, but like not much, aka mostly my pinking shears and this tiny one, and then my rulers that don't have holes, so I just did that on the bottom. And then this is just like my speaker and other miscellaneous stuff that I just have, and then my like leather punches and grommet squishers, I don't know the technical terms. And then over here is just blank, again, I guess I need to do photo shoots or like product photography. I do like the fact that I have a blank wall, even though it looks like it's half done, but also when you walk in you're gonna see this anyways first. This is the stuff I don't really need a sort, I just only have in boxes, but like think about using that and upcycling that pillow for myself. And then it's just some like fabric and like curtains that I need to sort out later. And then over here it's just more bedroom stuff, which I could just bring it down. I'm just being lazy. Here I have my ironing boards, and then I have my bag and stuff. On the outside I have some whips. This I have to fix up. Also this, but then I have whips in here. I might be selling this in the fair that I am going to be working at. Or market. And then in here, that is so dangerous. We're gonna do this quick. I have my yarn closet along with some more like art supplies if I get back into drawing, because that's something I really want to do, is just like get back into drawing like portraits and stuff like that. And I got rid of all my like painting stuff. I didn't really have much to begin with because I probably used most of it up when I was in high school. But if I'm going back to drawing, I want to go back to like dry media and like colored pencils. But yeah, But here is just like a ton of scrap yarn that I definitely want to use up, so I try to make it as easily accessible as possible. Oh. And then I have fabric over here, some of it being just full things and some of it's being more like project based. I think this is what this is, or maybe not. That's like upholstery fabric. This is just more fabric or like dresses that I can turn into material. And then all these drawers are filled with acrylic yarn. I don't really have a lot of other types. I do want to get into other types of yarn, but it is expensive. But oh, I didn't like the sound of that. But yeah, I kind of organized them with like, you know, what color. Like this is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, a bit of purple, purple pinks, neutrals. And then I just have some stuff stored in the sides here, just like miscellaneous like curtain rods, and I have these in case I want to do product photography on this. And then just pillows that aren't gonna be here for much longer. I am just gonna upcycle these for my mom. And then my stuffing's on top. I had a really big bag of stuffing, but I don't be making plushies like that, and I'm just like, I don't need all that. I really don't. So I put it into storage in case today I do need it, which I don't know when that's gonna happen.